California, once the golden state of boundless opportunity and innovation, is now facing a stark reality. A quiet but relentless exodus has been reshaping its economic and demographic landscape. Between the years 2008 and 2019, an estimated 18,000 companies packed their bags and relocated to states with friendlier tax policies and fewer regulations. The movement, dubbed the Great Migration, has seen major corporations such as Oracle and Hewlett-Packard bid farewell to their long-standing Californian roots in favor of new headquarters in Austin and Houston, Texas. Even high-profile figures like Elon Musk have abandoned the state, raising questions about whether California's business climate is sustainable. For years, the state thrived as a hub of technological advancement and economic prosperity. The iconic Silicon Valley, birthplace of Apple, Google, and countless startups, once held an unparalleled attraction for entrepreneurs and investors alike. However, with mounting financial burdens, California has slowly been losing its edge. In 2019, venture capital investments in the state reached an impressive $65.6 billion, the highest of any state. Yet, once these businesses secured their initial funding and became self-sufficient, the advantages of remaining in California significantly diminished. The costly regulatory framework and skyrocketing living expenses have made it less appealing for companies to maintain operations within the state. California's high taxes have been a major catalyst in this migration. The state's top marginal income tax rate stands at 13.3%, far exceeding the rates of competing states like Texas, where there is no personal income tax on wages. For business owners and high earners, these figures are impossible to ignore. In 2016 alone, 1,800 companies decided to leave California, with most relocating to Texas, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. The pattern has been accelerating ever since, with a notable spike in departures after the onset of remote work in 2020. That year alone, more than 135,000 people left California than moved in, marking the third largest net migration loss in recorded history. This mass departure is not just about taxes, it is also a reflection of a state struggling to balance affordability with quality of life. The median cost of a single-family home in San Francisco currently stands at $1,600,000. Renting an apartment in the city can easily cost $5,000 to $6,000 per month. Such financial demands make it difficult for even highly skilled workers to live comfortably. For many, the math simply does not add up anymore. In a study of over 2,700 workers in the Bay Area, 2 out of every 3 indicated they would consider relocating if given the option to work remotely full-time. This sentiment is reinforced by a survey conducted by Edelman Intelligence, which found that 53% of Californians were contemplating leaving the state, with millennials expressing the highest level of interest in moving. Even before the pandemic, businesses were weighing their options. Oracle, a technology giant founded in the 1970s alongside Apple and Atari, formally moved its headquarters to Austin in late 2020. Palantir, another major player in the tech industry, opted for Denver. Tesla, under Elon Musk's leadership, began constructing its next gigafactory in Austin. The shift is no longer just a trend, but a significant transformation in how businesses evaluate their future. Major corporations relocating their headquarters not only impact employment, but also state revenues. With wealthy individuals and businesses leaving, California risks a reduction in tax dollars flowing into its budget, which could ultimately affect funding for public services, infrastructure, and education. Smaller businesses are also following the lead of industry giants. Entrepreneurs like Erica Douglas, who moved her C software company from California to Austin 6 years ago, have found the transition to be financially beneficial. Douglas recalled writing a check for $24,000 in state income taxes for just 1 year. That was in addition to federal taxes, making it difficult for her business to thrive. In Texas, she found a much friendlier business environment with lower taxes and reduced living costs for her employees. These advantages extend beyond the corporate world. Real estate agent Scott Shepard, who relocated from Riverside, California, to northern Idaho in 2019, observed that housing costs in his new state were 40% lower than what he was accustomed to in California. The impact of California's declining affordability is also evident in the lower income workforce. While the state remains a prime destination for foreign immigrants and affluent transplants, those earning less than $100,000 annually are moving out in large numbers. Many of these workers are essential employees in industries such as retail, healthcare, and service, and their departure could have serious consequences for California's economic stability. As the cost of living continues to rise, businesses face challenges in hiring workers without significantly increasing wages. For example, hiring a skilled technology worker in San Francisco often requires offering a salary of $150,000 to $170,000 per year, whereas in Texas, businesses can secure comparable talent for significantly less. Even as more people leave, California remains home to some of the world's most powerful technology companies. Industry giants such as Google and Apple have yet to announce any plans to relocate. Their deep integration with local universities, including Stanford and the University of California, Berkeley, provides them with a steady stream of top-tier talent. However, the departure of other major corporations raises concerns about a tipping point. If California continues to lose businesses and high earners without effectively attracting new enterprises, it risks diminishing its status as an innovation hub. State officials have attempted to counteract these trends by offering tax incentives to high-growth companies. Over the next 5 years, California has approved more than $73 million in tax credits for 22 select businesses through its California Competitiveness income tax credit program. However, the application process is highly competitive, and the overall tax burden in California remains among the highest in the nation. Additional regulatory changes, such as San Francisco's recently implemented overpaid CEO tax, which penalizes companies based on the pay ratio between their highest and median earners, may further discourage businesses from maintaining headquarters in the state. Meanwhile, some argue that the cultural and business environment in California is irreplaceable. Despite the financial strain, a handful of influential tech leaders, such as Twilio CEO Lawson and Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky, have committed to staying in the Bay Area. Their decision to remain underscores the importance of proximity to talent, networking opportunities, and the intangible benefits of being in a region known for its spirit of innovation. However, even those committed to California recognize the growing challenges of doing business in the state. The uncertainty surrounding California's future is further compounded by proposed tax increases, which could push the combined federal and state top marginal tax rate to an astonishing 53.8%. This has sparked concern among business leaders and policymakers alike. Some worry that if taxes and regulations continue to rise, more companies will make the difficult but financially advantageous decision to leave. Others believe that California's economy is too large and too dynamic to be seriously threatened. One thing is clear: California is at a crossroads. The state must decide whether to implement changes that make it more competitive for businesses, or risk losing even more of its economic power to states that offer more attractive financial incentives. The decisions made in the coming years will determine whether the Golden State remains a leader in innovation, or if its brightest minds and biggest companies will continue to find prosperity elsewhere.